Hello and welcome to Think About It, where we have two primary goals. One, to get you to think about it, and two, to have you pass these videos around to some of your friends who need to do a little bit of thinking. Do you remember back during the healthcare debate, there was a raging question: will any of my taxpayer dollars be allowed to fund abortions? We were given assurances from on high and on low that zero of your taxpayer dollars would be used for abortions. And a few people actually believe that. Those are the same people who think the tooth fairy still leaves a quarter under their pillow and that the picture of dogs playing poker is an action shot. We also had a couple of elected officials from my state who believed it. Bart Stupak from the Upper Peninsula and Dale Kildee, the congressman who is approximately 230 years old and ready to play the lead in Weekend at Bernie's 5, if you know what I mean. The reason that I didn't buy that statement or those promises for one moment was that none of the pro-death groups were protesting. I'd never heard Planned Parenthood take to the streets or begin high-energy lobbying to get this health care bill killed, because it would impact their funding. I never heard any of the pro-abortion voices in our world, the Now group or anybody else, come out and say this is terrible for women, blah. They were silent. Why would they be silent if their funding was about to be eliminated? Well, anyways, aside from asking logical questions, I then noticed that as the implementation of the healthcare stuff is starting to take place, the Republicans, now in power, have started to make some waves about cutting off funding here and there and making things very firm in its wording. And now we see the protests. From Planned Parenthood, this little gem came out yesterday.
Only decades ago, women suffered through horrifying back-alley abortions, or they used dangerous methods when they had no other recourse. So when the Republican Party launched an all-out assault on women's health, pushing bills to limit access to vital services, we had to ask, why is the GOP trying to send women back to the back alley? MoveOn.org political action is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
You know what's weird about that commercial? It's almost as if Planned Parenthood has outed itself. Well, you have to ask yourself the question. If none of my tax dollars were paying for abortions, then why would the elimination of my tax dollars cause women to seek dangerous and back alley closet coat hanger methods for abortion? I mean, Planned Parenthood is the first to tell you we do so many other things than kill babies. Well, then why is your commercial focused on a woman who needs to kill a baby? Doesn't seem to make sense. Let's see. You weren't getting my money for abortions, but if my money is cut off to you, then women are going to have to find other means for abortions. Anybody? Yeah, help me understand that just a little bit better. Yeah, I don't believe in the tooth fairy. I know those dogs weren't actually playing poker, and I know that the promises that my tax dollars weren't going to pay for abortion was one of the biggest lies in modern history. My friends, we've caught on to them, haven't we? Don't stop now. Continue spreading the message so that everyone will finally think about it.